So yeah, it's summer in it. Time for the generic summer video that we all do. And some people have some great ones actually that don't really cross, but generally, yeah. This is not the video I had planned in my head. Changed it slightly because my favourite Belgian stinky Swedish fella is going to do something along them lines, so it's slightly changed, slightly tweaked. And what I've gone for again, so it's not overly generic, is summer florals, summer flowers to wear in the heat, etc. And I'm not going to rant, promise. I'm going to hold myself. Florals can be worn by anyone. Why the hell one specific gender wouldn't wear flowers or anything? First of all, it says a lot about that person and their comfortableness if they think they don't suit any flowers. You know, just try them, see if you suit them. And people who also say specific genders shouldn't wear flowers, well, let's face it, they're a bit stupid, aren't they, really? First of all, don't be telling other people what they can and can't wear. And second, who cares? It's just a note. You know what I mean? Anyway, I promised I wouldn't rant on, otherwise this video will be about 40 minutes long with me going on. It's personal choice, innit? Maybe flowers don't suit you, fair dues. Anyway, so this is my list of summer florals. And it's, I think I did something similar last year, so I've tried to go for different flowers so that I could have different fragrances and stuff. But anyway, let's get into it. So, let's start with rose. I know I definitely wouldn't have mentioned that last time. A note I generally struggle with, but it's a note that can be very beautiful, very summery. And we all like different sorts of rose. Again, never write off a note because there's always one out there for you. And what I've gone for rose is from Pocket Scents, small Scottish company, and it's called Raspberry and Vanilla, or Raspberry Vanilla, is it Raspberry? Whatever, it's called one of them, and it's basically, it's this, the name says it all, it's this beautiful, smooth, creamy, a little bit balmy, cool. It's really cooling and really easy to wear. It does change in the different seasons, but actually in the heat, it's really quite cooling and quite beautiful. It's like a mixture, obviously, that raspberry, vanilla. There's some lovely smooth woods in there. But there's also rose. And the rose in it is kind of adds to that creaminess. Gives it a bit of that redness in there. Maybe even the freshness. None of the notes dominate. And you can't really, to be fair, pick out any of the notes. But it's like this raspberry mousse. You know, you'd be sat in the garden, chilling in the heat, just having a nice drink and eating this beautiful, soft, creamy raspberry mousse that's not too sweet, it's not too sharp at all, not too much, just an easy one that smells absolutely beautiful. It's very well made. It's a beautiful butterfly, that one, and it's, yeah, raspberry vanilla from Pocket. Next is Frank from And Fragrances. Now they kind of focus around, obviously, a specific note from a specific region. Obviously this one's frankincense. And I know I'm pushing it a bit, but it is a very summery one. It's like a beautiful lemon, lime, mainly lime kind of sherbet, fresh, kind of, you know, like a lime ice lolly maybe even. And it's just a beautiful use of frankincense. But what's also in there, it does have a flower. Can you specifically pick out the flower? Yes, it's ylang ylang, sorry, waffling on. And it kind of, you know what ylang ylang does? Adds a little bit of a sunshine kind of thing. It's very bright. And it's that creamy sweetness, often yellow creamy sweetness it adds to a fragrance. And that is definitely noticeable in Frank, although you may not pick it out as ylang ylang. There'll be other florals in there as well, but that's kind of the main specific one you pick out. And again, it just helps lift the fragrance, give it a bit of sunshine and brightness. So that's Frank from And. Next on the list is Secret of Success from State of Mind. Now this one's maybe, no, not really cheating a little bit. It's kind of, predominantly to me, it's like this beautiful grapefruit tea, kind of little bit spicy from the cinnamon, sweet, beautiful, easy to wear one. But the tea, and now tea has flowers, so I'm pushing it a little bit with that, but it's tea flower, let's say. And it like I say, it's just this fresh but warm fragrance. It's got like an enveloping kind of summer's sunshine on your neck. You know, just as the sky's gone a little bit orange, and it keeps you still invigorated. It's easy, it's chilled, it's pleasant to wear. It's one you can wear for literally any occasion, any time of the year, I think. But the tea gives it that calmness, that tea, you know, people say tea is like a note that always gives you calmness, and I think it does. Also because we used to drinking tea. That's ultimately what tea does, isn't it? Tea is this, like a magic drug that just when you sip it and that warmness goes down your throat and your body, you feel that kind of exuding to the outside. Yeah, I've waffled on a bit about that, but that's Secret of Success from State of Mind fragrances. Won't be a list, and I probably did include this flower in the last one, but we're going to have some big guns. And this one is, of course, one of the most famous flowers for all type of year is Tuberose. And what I've gone for that is a really predictable one. That's Carnal Flower from Frederic Malle. If you ever smelt that, it has a bit of watermelon in it, which gives you this freshness and this kind of tropical kind of feel. Is it watermelon or melon, whatever. But the Tuberose is very creamy. It's just such a tropical smelling one, like tuberose flowers by the sea, by the Mediterranean. And it's just really, really summery, really beautiful, easy to wear, like I say, all year round. It's quite potent, so in the heat like this you wouldn't go too many sprays. But that melon / watermelon gives it a little bit of a juicy greenness, which stops it being too creamy, too much, too bubblegummy if you like. Beautiful fragrance, Carnal Flower from Frederic Malle. Next is Purple Rain from April Aromatics. Now I could pick any purple flower from this, but we're going to say hyacinth from it, but it's got lilac, it's got violet in there. And obviously, as its name suggests, it's purple flowers. What it's about though is all the elements of the purple flower. Sensual violet, you've got the nice fresher, slightly greener lilac. And it's the same with hyacinth to be. Smell quite similar, a little bit similar to bluebells as well, where it's more of a blue smell, probably because they are bluer than they are purple, but that kind of cool purple sweetness that you get with the violet, but it's cooler and it's greener. I think because they come out in spring, it gives more of a fresher feel, an easy to wear kind of flower, isn't it? And also because these flowers are used more in vintage perfumery, it gives that little nod back to them. And I find hyacinth just a pleasure to wear. So that's Purple Rain from April Aromatic. Next is another big one, and that's Killian's Love the Way You Feel. And this is from the Miami Vice kind of line, if you like. So you can imagine it's quite tropical and all of that. But it's the tiare flower in that. And if you know it like a tiare, it's kind of this creamy. It just does smell tropical for some reason. Maybe it is the creaminess a bit. Obviously I suspect it grows in a tropical environment. Don't know, never seen a real tiare flower. They have these thick kind of white, are they white as that frangipani? You know what I mean. They have these thick white flower petals, and that's what it smells like a creamy chalk ice petal without the chalk. And this fragrance has them them kind of more tropical notes in it. It has a lovely sweetness from the fruits and from the citrus and whatnot in the background there. It's just a very beautiful, easy wearing summer fragrance. One of their most underrated ones. It is again discontinued, I believe, such as, but it really does transport you to them kind of tropical beaches and scenery. I mean, again, I've never been to Miami or Florida, where you see them beaches on telly, you know, with the big muscle men in vests doing what they do and all that jazz, and some crime and Horatio investigating some posh murders. That's very much what it takes me to, you know, supping cocktails, bit GTA kind of feel to it. It's just very nice. It's not over the top, it's not too creamy, it's not too loud, it's not too much, and the tiara adds the sunshine. So that is Love the Way You Feel from Killian. And finally is probably one I did mention last summer, but it is just perfect for sunshine, and that is Mask Milano's Reflection, which is of course the mimosa flower is the main player in that, which, if you know mimosa, it's this kind of very bright, very yellow smelling, and this fragrance quite fluorescent, almost radioactively bright. It's just a very nice, easy flower to love. Sometimes it's a bit powdery, sometimes it's a bit greener and sharper. I might get murdered by thorns here. It's just a very easy-going flower. It's in a lot of fragrances, again, just to give that little bit of a drier, yellow, beautiful sunshine thing to it. So yeah, won't waffle on. That's Mimosa Reflection from Mask Milano. So yeah, obviously this video was very brief, quick. Didn't want to waffle on. I'm trying to do more briefer ones. Also, my kind of choice of direction today wasn't the best for shooting a video. All these thorns, fecking horse flies, it's really humid. And here, waffling on. What about you? What sort of flowers do you go for in the summer? Do you have favourite flowers that particularly shine in the heat? What would be your best floral fragrance for summer? Right, thanks folks, bye bye.